Hello. I'm Carl Adrian Enescano, and I'm here to show you how to download Ubuntu OS using a virtual box. Now, I'm going to use VirtualBox since I don't have the resources to do on bootable Ubuntu OS in a USB. Okay, now let's start. First, I'm gonna click here, New, then for VMnet, say Ubuntu OS, then here's the VM folder kung saan natin siya lalagay. Kung anong storage ang gamitin niya. Then here, punta tayo dito. Let's just click this one. I never not that one. Okay, let's just select. And then VB, ah, VB, and click dito, then select folder. And select folder, and then let's click the ISO, then other, and this one, and open. Then next here, okay, our listener, your username, let's put, let's put Adi, and set natin yung password. Okay. Ito, ilagay natin sa base memory. I think 9,000 MB number space is, okay, so it's 6. It's 25, okay. Then next, tayo lang natin. Nagpa-follow up siya. Okay, just wait. See, ito na. Then, Ubuntu. Okay, the capture. Let's just wait. Let's just wait. see, nagpo-process na po siya. Install na po ang ating Ubuntu. So, and let's just wait until it finish po.
So let's move on history. Ubuntu is a popular open source operating system based on Linux. It was first released in 2004 by Canonical Ltd, a company founded by South African entrepreneur Mark Shuttleworth. And Ubuntu is derived from Debian Linux, one of the oldest and most stable Linux distributions. And the name Ubuntu comes from an African philosophy meaning humanity to others, or I am because we are, reflecting the project's focus on community and collaboration. And let's tackle naman po sa early development. Early development, it was started in 2004 and 2010. Ubuntu 4.10 Warty Warthog was the first version and released in October 2004. Ubuntu introduced a predictable release cycle, a new version every 6 months. It focused on user friendliness, easy installations, and free software. And Canonical began offering long-term support LTS version, supported for several years, making Ubuntu suitable for businesses and servers. And during its early development, Ubuntu was created to make Linux easier and more accessible for everyday users. The, the first version, Ubuntu 4.10 Warty Warthog, was released in October 2004 and focused on simplicity and easy of installation compared to other Linux distribution at the time. Ubuntu introduced a predictable 6 months release cycle, and which help users and developers know when to expect updates and improvements. Then let's move on to the growth and popularity. It was started in 2010 and then ended in 2016. Ubuntu became one of the most popular Linux distribution worldwide. It expanded beyond desktop to servers, cloud computing, and enterprise environment. And Canonical introduced the Unity desktop environment to create a consistent experience across devices. Also, Ubuntu gained strong adoption in data centers and by companies using cloud platforms. Between 2010 and 16, Ubuntu experienced rapid growth and became one of the most widely used Linux distribution worldwide. It expanded beyond personal computers and gained strong presence in servers, cloud computing, and enterprise environment. During this period, Canonical introduced the Unity desktop environment, aiming to provide a consistent modern user experience across different devices. Ubuntu also became in data centers and cloud platforms, as many companies trusted it for its stability, security, and strong community support. This growth helped Ubuntu establish itself as major player in the Linux ecosystem. Ayun lang. Next up.
Okay, next. Let's talk about the recent developments ng Ubuntu. From 2017 hanggang ngayon, sa 2017 nagkaroon ng malaking pagbabago sa desktop environment ng Ubuntu kasi bumalik sila sa Genome at iniwan ng Unity. Ang Genome kasi is known for being simple and stable kaya mas naging user-friendly ang Ubuntu at mas align siya sa ibang Linux distribution. Pero hindi lang siya sa desktop nagko-focus. Ang Ubuntu, malaki rin ang role niya sa cloud computing. Sikat siya sa mga cloud platforms like Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure at Google Cloud. Madalas din siyang ginagamit ng mga developers for containers like Docker, DevOps at pati na rin sa mga AI. Ibig sabihin, hindi lang pang personal computer ang Ubuntu ngayon, kundi ginagamit na rin siya na professional environments kung saan kailangan mabilis at efficient ang software development at deployment. At hindi lang yon, Ubuntu ay ginagamit na rin sa servers, input-output devices tulad ng smart sensors at kahit sa mga supercomputers. Ibig sabihin, sobrang versatile at reliable na talaga ang Ubuntu sa iba't ibang computing environments. So, in summary, mula 2017 hanggang ngayon, nag-evolve ang Ubuntu mula sa pagiging desktop operating system lang. Naging key player na rin siya sa cloud services, enterprise computing, at cutting-edge technologies habang pinapanatili ang pagiging user-friendly niya sa personal computers. Next. Now, let's talk about the importance and impact ng Ubuntu. Isa sa pinakamalaking contribution ng Ubuntu is that it helped make Linux more mainstream and beginner friendly. Before Ubuntu, Linux was considered for mostly advanced users or programmers, pero dahil sa Ubuntu, mas accessible siya sa mga ordinary users na gusto mag-try ng Linux. Another important thing is that Ubuntu is free, open source at community driven. Ibig sabihin, anyone can download and use it without paying. Ang maraming developers from around the world ang nag-contribute para mapaganda at mapanatili ang system. This create a strong community support na malaking tulong lalo sa mga new users. And today, Ubuntu is one of the most widely used Linux operating system in the world. Mula personal computers, servers, hanggang sa cloud computing, Ubuntu has made a big impact sa computing world. It's not just a tool, but also a platform that encourage innovation and collaboration. That's it. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. In this part, we will be discussing the Ubuntu features from. There are a total of 10 Ubuntu features that we've gathered from many resources, starting with the very most advantageous feature this OS has, that it is free and open source. This means that anyone can download and use it and modify it without paying for licenses. So this makes Ubuntu very accessible, especially for students and schools. While not, well, the next is it is also user-friendly interface. Ubuntu uses the GNOME desktop environment, which has a clean design with a side dock in the top bar, and it is easy to navigate if you have a very literate knowledge about many operating systems, even for beginners and users coming from Windows. So, in other words, this is just going to be a playbook for you. Next is security and privacy. This is another important feature. It's no, Ubuntu is less prone to viruses and malware. It also receives regular security updates, uses user permission controls, and also supports a built-in firewall called UFW. Ubuntu is also known for its stability and reliability. Its long-term support or LTS versions are supported for 5 years, making them ideal for long-term use in schools and workplaces. Lastly, Ubuntu has an efficient software management system. Users can install applications using the Ubuntu Software Center or through the terminal using apt commands. This ensures safety, centralized, and easy software installation. Now that concludes the features from 2.1, 2.5, and now I will pass the discussion to my partner here, Renz Marion Labrador.
So now, let's move on naman sa iba pang features ng Ubuntu, which is yung performance and hardware compatibility. So it runs efficiently on both old and modern computers. So ayun, si Ubuntu naman ay hindi naman nagre-record ng high specs. So kahit low specs or mid specs lang yung PC or laptop natin, mag-ooperate and mag-run pa rin ng smoothly si Ubuntu. So it requires fewer system resources compared to many commercial OS. So ayun, hindi naman masyadong malakas kumain ng RAM at CPU si Ubuntu. Kaya mas mabilis pa rin siya kahit mahina yung specs ng computer natin, kagaya na lamang na sinabi ko kanina. So it supports a wide range of hardware drivers. So ayan, kapag na-install na natin si Ubuntu, gumagana na din naman agad yung mga drivers ng computer natin. Kagaya na lamang ng mga in-input natin na device. Kunwari, yung mga printer, mouse, at graphics card. So, isa pa na feature ng Ubuntu is yung customization. So, users can change themes, icons, fonts, and layouts. So, ayan. Pwede mong baguhin yung itsura ng desktop mo. Depende sa preference mo. Pwede mong baguhin yung colors, yung background wallpaper, yung themes, many more. So, GNOME extensions allow added functionality. Kung gusto mo ng extra features, pwede mo i-install tong GNOME extensions para mas madagdagan yung functions ng desktop mo. And magamit mo palalo ng maayos and malawak si Ubuntu. So, desktop experience can be adjusted to user preference. So, ayun. Ikaw nga yung magde-decide kung paano mo gustong gamitin at ayusin yung desktop mo depende sa preference mo. So, next feature. So, strong developer support. So, ayan, si Ubuntu naman ay may built-in support for programming tools kagaya na lamang ng C, C++, Python, Java, and Git. So, ayun, helpful to para sa atin, lalo na sa amin, kaming mga IT students, mga CS students. Helpful din to sa mga programmer, developers, and ayan. So, madalas din siyang ginagamit sa software development, AI, and cybersecurity. So, ayun, kaya maraming programmers at IT professionals ang gumagamit ng Ubuntu dahil sa madalas siya ginagamit sa field na to. So, community and documentation, isa pang features ito ng Ubuntu. So, large global community of users and developers. So, sa panahon natin ngayon, marami na din naman gumagamit ng Ubuntu. And, ayan, maraming mga companies ang nagtitiwala na din dito sa OS na to. And, gamit na din siya dito sa IT field, lalo na sa mga programmers and sa mga developers. So, ayan, extensive documentation, forums, and tutorials. So, si Ubuntu naman ay may mga guides, forums, at tutorials sa online. So, madami tayong resources kapag nagkaroon ng problem. Then, next, problems can be solved easily with online resources. So, ayun nga, kagaya lang din na sinabi ko kanina, kapag nagka-experience tayo ng technical difficulties or problems, masisearch din agad natin ito sa internet dahil madami tayong resources, kagaya na lamang ng forums, ayan, yung mga tutorials, and many more. So, next feature, or I mean the last feature, server and cloud capabilities. So, ayan, popular choice for servers and cloud platforms. So, hindi lang pang personal computer si Ubuntu, pwede din natin siya magamit sa mga servers and cloud platforms. So, used in web hosting, databases, and DevOps. So, ginagamit si Ubuntu sa pag-host ng mga websites, pag-manage ng databases, and sa mga DevOps work. So, last, trusted by companies and institutions worldwide. So, ayan, kagaya lang din ng sinabi ko kanina, madami na din naman gumagamit ng Ubuntu OS. And maraming companies ang nagtitiwala sa Ubuntu dahil napatunayan na din naman nila and na-experience na din naman nila na stable at secure itong OS na to. So that's all for the features of Ubuntu. And now let's move on sa pros and cons of Ubuntu.
So, good day. I'm Francis Victor Froa and I'm going to present pros of using Ubuntu OS. So, free and open source. So, ibig sabihin yung Ubuntu is completely free to use with no license or subscription fees required. So, open source siya, yung mga users pwede nilang i-view, modify, and i-share yung system, which makes it accessible and flexible for everyone. So next, strong security. So yung Ubuntu is more secure siya compared to many operating systems because it has fewer viruses and malware threats. So may regular updates siya to help protect the system from security vulnerabilities, and yung users meron silang mas better control over system permissions. The next, pangatla is ideal for programming. So yung Ubuntu, meron siyang built-in powerful terminal na useful for coding and system management. So it supports many programming languages and development tools out of the box, which makes it popular choice among developers and IT students. So next, fast and lightweight. So Ubuntu runs smoothly even on older or low low spec computers. So it uses fewer system resources, allowing program to run faster, which results in better overall performance. Next, stable and reliable. So yung Ubuntu, kilala siya for its stability and rarely experiencing system crashes. So long-term support versions provide reliable updates for several years, which makes it suitable for long-term use. Then lastly, large community support. So yung Ubuntu, meron siyang large and active community of users and developers na meron silang online forum, tutorials, and guides na available para para makatulong kung meron mang issue na mag-arise sa system.
So, I'm John Jerby G. Eusebio. Dito naman tayo sa cons or disadvantages na paggamit ng Ubuntu. So, firstly is limited support for some software. So, ito is yung disadvantage ng Ubuntu dahil madalas karamihan ng mga software na kine-create o din-develop is parang limited OS lang supported katulad ng Windows and Mac OS. Kaya minsan naging mahirap to sa users dahil walang native version o native sup- pang support doon sa Ubuntu. Meron namang mga alternative tools na pwede mo magamit katulad ng Wine or virtual machine pero hindi to palaging gumagana ng maayos o hindi kumpleto ang feature. So next is problems about software and hardware compatibility. So meron naman tayong mga pagkakataon na hindi compatible ang Ubuntu sa mga ibang softwares katulad ng tawag dito, Wi-Fi adapters, printers, graphic cards, etc. Minsan kailangan pang mag-install ng drivers manually, especially pag bago pa yung hardware mo. So, para sa mga beginners ay nakakalito. So, next is troubleshooting challenges or issues and absence of dedicated support. So, bagamat malaki yung community support ng Ubuntu, madaming gumagamit ito, wala tong dedicated customer support katulad ng Windows o Mac OS, which is mahirap lalo pag nagka-encounter ka ng issues. Ang nangyayari, ikaw pa nag-search online at ikaw rin gagawa manually. So, next is learning curve for advanced tasks. So, para sa mga users na sanay sa mga Windows o Mac OS, may mahirap tong aralin or may learning curve kapag lumipat ka sa Ubuntu. Kahit user-friendly ang graphical interface nito, maraming advanced tasks ang nangangailangan ng paggamit ng command line or terminal, which is mahirap pa sa mga beginners and kailangan mo sanay ka sa paggamit. Hindi puro click lang ng mga kung ano-ano. Next is gaming limitations is sa gaming naman madaming kine-create na game o dine-develop na ang supported na OS lang is Windows or Mac OS. So kahit maganda ang ang Linux gaming support, merong naman mga games na hindi supported ang Ubuntu or kaya may performance issues pag ginamit ng Ubuntu OS. Yun lang sa cons. Thank you.